Hey guys, I'm Sam from RBI Clue, and today we are gonna talk about RBI in corrosion under insulation in a basic course. So in this course, we go through the general ideas about RBI and CUI. And if you guys are interested in learning more about RBI in CUI, then you can definitely go to the advanced course, and it's on the website. But let's jump into the course. So CUI. In this specific course, just we need you guys to make sure that we're going to talk about corrosion under insulation only. We're not talking about corrosion under fireproofing, and we're not talking about chloride assessed corrosion cracking, as those two are basically different courses, and we'll talk about them in the future. But let's jump into the CUI. So as you guys might know, CUI happens due to external corrosion under insulation because of water ingress and or condensation if the material is carbon steel, and if the process temperature is in the range of 10 Fahrenheit to 350 Fahrenheit, or if you are using the metric system minus 12 centigrade to 175. That's the range of temperature that you expect the CUI happen. Of course, there are a few or some exceptions, but we're not going to talk about those kind of exceptions as we're going to cover them all in the advanced course. But you just need to make sure that you understand the fact that CUI can happen due to the water ingress from like rain, snow, or stuff like that, or because of the condensation. For example, when the environment has humidity and the process line is colder, and then condensation happens. So as you might know, again, CUI is the reason for 60% of the leaks happening historically, or is happening right now in the industry every year. So and the reason mostly is because it is hard to avoid, because water always finds its way to underneath the insulation, and eventually it will cause corrosion. That's inevitable. And unfortunately, in most cases, there is no sign of corrosion because of the insulation around the pipe or the vessel until the leak happens, and then you saw the leak, and then you have to take care of the leak, and basically it's already too late to take care of the CUI risk because has already gone through, and the thickness is lost, and then you have to do a kind of repair replacement, and you have to shut it down. I mean, shut down the equipment, the units, or even the whole plant to take care of it, and it costs you so much money. So removing insulation, inspection, and reinsulating, as everybody knows, is a very expensive process. And that's why most plants are reluctant to do it on a regular basis. However, a leak due to CUI is always more costly because you have to shut down the unit. It costs you tons of money just every day by losing the amount of production that you could have made, every day. And because of that, you have to shut it down. You lose that money. Plus, it's a kind of unplanned shutdown. So you have to plan, in few days or few hours, bring people on site and do the repair. The material may not be around. You have to order the material. So it costs over cost. And so it will be a very costly process. And the best approach is basically to figure out when the equipment is prone to CUI, to do the inspection in time or repair in a timely fashion. And that's the meaning of RBI, because you need to know when you need to do the inspection, when it's time to replace the vessel or pipe, or it's time to repair it, and to avoid those kind of unplanned shutdowns that could have happened, during the leak, or scenarios or incidents like that. And worse than that is basically when fire and explosion happens, or people are exposed to like H2S because of the leak. The leak has got like a high level of H2S, and your personnel or even public are in danger just because of that, and it costs you huge amount of money just because of those kind of scenarios. Because for example, if the leak happens and causes a kind of fire and explosion, then the explosion might even damage the equipment around this specific equipment. Then the amount of cost, for the whole thing would be huge in comparison to just, do some sort of inspection in time and to avoid these kind of scenarios. So now, like any other type of corrosion mechanism, everybody is interested in learning more about corrosion rate of this mechanism.